Hi everyone, Mike here again. Thanks for checking out my channel. So as the title implies, I'm going to try out the Pressed Juicery 3-day cleanse. Now, this is going to be the first time for me, so I definitely am a beginner, so I chose their beginner cleanse. Now, a little bit of the backstory as to why I'm doing this is that it's August 16th right now, 2020, and about a year ago, maybe end of September, I had a procedure where I had a stent put into one of my arteries. I actually had 3 stents put into my arteries, one of my arteries. And, as part of the recovery, they put me into a program, a 12-week program called cardio rehab. And what that entailed is really just kind of checking your progress. You get to exercise in front of them. But also they put you into a way of eating or teach you how to eat. The clinic that I joined really bought into the plant-based diets, the food as medicine way of thinking. And, admittedly, I was reluctant at first. I am a meat eater. I do enjoy meat. And so I was kind of skeptical about it, but I did try to adopt some of it. And what that led to in the 12 weeks that I was there, I think part of it too was being at the clinic 3 times a week held me accountable to it. I was able to go from roughly around 202 pounds, and I'm not a tall guy. I'm about 5'5", so that's pretty heavy for me. And I'm 48 years old, so I'm not young either. My metabolism is pretty slow. But again, I was topping up the heaviest I had been in a while, and I was feeling sluggish. My clothes weren't fitting right, all that kind of stuff. And I think by the end of the 12-week program, I was able to hover around the 180-pound mark. So I was pretty proud of myself that by just adopting a few simple rules, I was able to change my lifestyle and change my habits, really. I was watching a lot of movies. A great one is called The Game Changers. You should check that one out. There's another one too, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That was kind of an eye-opener as well. And there was always talk, if you surf around YouTube long enough, you'll see a lot of these cleanses and so on. And I think, as I stopped more and more and looked at people's experiences, I saw that, at first I thought a 10-day cleanse would do it. That's a good hardcore way to do it. But I also found, as I did more research, that that's pretty ambitious, especially for a beginner. So I decided to stay modest at 3 days. 3 days, I think, 1 is the adjustment, 2 is the impact, and 3 is the eventual settling into a routine. So this is really just the jump-off point. Tomorrow, on Monday, I'm going to start off at 8 a.m. with their juice cleanses. It's made up of 6 drinks you take every 2 hours during the day for each of those 3 days. So, I don't know how I'm going to do, but I'm going to record it all, and hopefully it's enlightening to someone. At the very least, I'll learn something and hopefully get some benefit out of it. So wish me luck. Okay, so it's about 8 a.m. I'm about to open my first bottle of the Pressed Juicery cleanse, 3-day or 1-day cleanse here. The first one, it's not labor number 1. Vanilla, almonds, dates, vanilla, and sea salt. So it is 10 o'clock. My day is humming along well enough. And I'm just about to open my number 2 juice. So this one has, it's called Greens 2, apple, cucumber, celery, lemon, spinach, kale, and parsley. So it is about noon, and I'm ready to do my 3rd juice. This one is called Roots 2. It's got carrot, apple, spinach, lemon, parsley, ginger, and kale. So thankfully my day hasn't been that busy, but it's been busy enough to keep me distracted. I do have a little bit of a headache kind of creeping up the back of my neck, and I don't know if it's from this, not kind of eating anything solid, or if it's just I didn't have a cup of coffee. But anyway, so I'm plowing through and about to do my 3rd. I've had this hungry feeling all day, and I guess I came to expect that's the way it was going to be. It is about 2:06 p.m. So I'm now about to do number 4, Citrus 2, apple, pineapple, lemon, and mint. And we'll see. This one actually sounds pretty good. Still got that headache kind of creeping up the back of my neck, but it hasn't gotten any worse, but hasn't gotten any better either. Ooh, this one's actually kind of good. One thing to note though is that having water on hand is kind of important. There is each one of these has a little bit of an aftertaste to it that kind of lingers in your mouth for a while. So it's 4 o'clock now. I'm on to juice number 5. Gonna go to Greens 3. This one here is very green. Apple, cucumber, celery, lemon, spinach, ginger, kale, and parsley. So I do have to say that this headache hasn't left me yet. It's still sitting at the back of my neck. And I am starving. Well, not starving. I mean, I've been sort of fulfilled. I've been drinking a lot of water along with it. But yeah, day one is tough. But doable, I think. Although I'm dreading tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. So now it's 6 p.m. I'm on my 6th Pressed Juicery bottle. I think they saved this one as a little bit of a treat because this one sounds the best of them all. Chocolate, almond. So it's got almonds in it, dates, cacao, and sea salt. It even looks very chocolatey. So yeah, it's been quite the day. I'm hungry. I feel a little empty inside, but I made it through. Only 2 more days to go, and we'll see how I do. Oh, that is good. It's a good way to finish. So it is about 9:30 at night. I made it through day 1 of the cleanse. My last drink was at 6 p.m. The day went okay. I seemed to get through all the juices okay, got used to the flavorings, all that kind of stuff, and I think I'm confident enough to get through tomorrow as well. You know, a couple things. I think, you know, if we weren't in shelter in place, I don't know if I could have managed to be able to do this as well as I did. I have to admit that with all the liquid and all the shock to the system, around mid to late afternoon, I started needing to go to the restroom more often than I would normally. I was drinking a lot of water too. Again, it's they tell you to hydrate, and the water really helps with, you know, whatever taste is lingering in your mouth. So overall, I think it was a pretty good day. This is completely reasonable. I think I'm glad that so far that at this very point, I'm glad I chose the 3-day instead of the 10-day. I don't know if I could do 10, but 3 seems reasonable. So I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and we'll get back at it tomorrow morning. So here we go. We're day 2, starting with the cleanse again, starting with my number 1 bottle here. This is actually one of the better ones. It's nice and creamy. Good way to start the day. So last night I thought I went to bed a little bit hungry, and I thought I would make it through the night, but I did. And I woke up actually not feeling too bad. I thought, again, I'd be starving, but, you know, my stomach feels a little light, but, you know, I think that was kind of expected. And here we go again, day 2, see how I do. It's 10 o'clock, greens 2, second juice of the day. All right, day 2, juice 3. It's 12:05. This one is Roots 2. I've been taking bigger gulps. I think that helps a little bit. That way you get it down and you only have that much flavor in your mouth, but the water helps too. So day 2, 4:10 p.m. Greens 3, drink number 5 for the day. So it is about 6 p.m. day 2. About to do my last shake of the day, chocolate almond, my favorite one of the bunch. Almonds, dates, cacao, sea salt, probably because it tastes the most like chocolate. So feeling a little bit bloated. Stomach feels like it's a big pocket of air. I've been going to the restroom a lot today. Mostly fluids. Day 3. It is now 8 a.m. and feeling okay. Kind of sluggish, kind of tired. Had a rough night. You know, I did go to bed hungry. I think it's all kind of catching up to me after day 2. But, you know, I managed to tough it out. Didn't sleep very well, but here we are, day 3. Starting off with shake number 1. Day 3, juice 2, greens 2. Apple, cucumber, celery, lemon, spinach, kale, parsley. Day 3, halfway through, juice number 3. Roots 2. This is probably the least favorite tasting of the bunch. I mean, the carrot taste is okay, but there's something about this. Maybe it's the ginger that that doesn't sit well, but here we go. Almost there. 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., day 3. I'm on Citrus 2, drink number 4 for the day. All right, 4 p.m., day 3, greens 2. Last one for day 3. So here we are at the end of day 3. I managed to get through what my target was, 3 days. Still not sure how I feel. I'll probably come back and give my opinions as to real final thoughts as the next 2 days as I exit my cleanse. Yesterday was a struggle in terms of what I went through, and I started to really feel hungry, but I toughed it out and I made it did it in 2 hour chunks where I was kind of looking forward to what the 2 hours would bring. Thankfully, I was busy enough at work that that I did have to think about eating so much. So, but today I do have to say that I was settling into a little bit of a groove as well, where I was getting used to that whole 2 hour sip a drink kind of thing, and the flavors started to appeal to me as well. So maybe one thing I'll do is start to consider this as how I can encroach on something like this as part of my normal daily routine. And maybe that'll get the benefits too. So I'm still not sure how I feel. I'm feeling kind of tired right now. It's about 8:30 at night, and people talk about the bursts of energy and all that. I don't think I experienced any of that. I just kind of felt that a constant lull through the whole thing. But anyway, I'm going to see how the next couple days goes and slowly recover and creep back into somewhat eating. I'm dying to eat something solid, but like I said, I toughed it out through the whole thing and was able to make it to this point. So those are all the thoughts. Not much thoughts to begin with, but really is how I feel at this very moment. At the end of day 3, I'm glad it was only 3 days. I certainly don't regret. I know 10 in theory on paper seemed easy enough to do, but yeah, that's pretty ambitious when you're deep into it. So for a beginner, 3 days seems to be probably about right. Maybe I could have pushed the 4th if I was mentally prepared to know that tomorrow would be my last day, but I was so looking forward to being able to just kind of end this and get back to a normal routine. Anyway, further thoughts to come. We'll see you soon. So here we are the day after the cleanse. So, it's around 8:30 at night now, and I had kind of an unusual day. I got up this morning thinking that I was feeling a little bit hungry, and I felt like I needed something to eat. So I had a piece of toast and a cup of tea just to settle my stomach, and I went on with my day. Around lunchtime, I still had that kind of feeling, but it was different than what I'd seen in the past. So I thought, okay, well, it's lunchtime, so I might as well eat. So I made myself a bowl of soup, something that was convenient, and I had it there, tomato soup at that, so nothing too heavy. And partway through it, not even halfway through it, I started to feel really full. And so it's interesting. I went through the whole afternoon. I kept sipping water. I didn't have any weird cravings or anything like that. And then dinner time came around, and thought to myself, maybe I'll have a real meal. But I also thought that I wasn't that hungry. I was feeling kind of full. So, I kind of just resided to, I felt like I needed to eat something. And, I have another rule too, where I don't eat after 8 o'clock. And so I just kind of helped myself to some carrot sticks and some broccoli and raw. And that seems like it was enough. So here we are. It's almost 9 o'clock. And again, my belly feels full, and I guess this is how it's going to go. So I'm really not sure what to make of it. I'd like to try and maintain this as well, because obviously my intake is lower, so maybe that'll result in something. And of course, the foods that I am eating will be better for me. So I think this is all part of the start of a change in lifestyle. So again, wish me luck, but maybe I just play it day by day and see how I adjust. It's been about a week since I did or thought about starting the cleanse. I did the cleanse from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And, the past few days I've really just been kind of easing back into it and really letting my body tell me what to do and how to do it. I found myself going kind of longer in between meals. I didn't get that hungry feeling, in the middle of the afternoon. I tried my best not to munch. I had refilled my fridge, but this time I made better choices. When I did go grocery shopping, I kind of bought more vegetables and stayed away from the meat. And I had stopped buying sodas and junk like that already, but I was kind of going to the next stage. And then, for the weekend, I ate whenever I felt like it. I didn't have any kind of big formal meals, although tonight I had a meal. But at the same time, too, I ate very little during the day today. I had a bagel and some tea, and I went out with a busy day. I'm not sure what to make of this. A lot of the videos that you see on YouTube have kids, and I say kids because they are young, doing this cleanse where their metabolism was very fast. Now, for me, I'm 48 years old, and my metabolism has really slowed down, where I have a hard time losing weight, but at the same time too, hanging on to calories and food is something that, you know, my body just tends to do. So you know, I've always felt that kind of heavy weighted feeling. So, you know, the debate, there's a big debate as to what the benefits are of a cleanse. You know, I started reading articles online that started saying that there is no real health benefit and anything like that. But even independent of that, independent of the science behind it all, even if it's just, at the very least, it was a change in mindset, because I think now I'm going to look at things differently. I know what my body is capable of and what it needs to get by. I probably don't need that feeling in my mind to say, you know, I really should eat, you know, at this very moment, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, again, you know, I'm still trying to process the information here, but I do think that I did go through a change, and at least my way of thinking is now changing. And then hopefully, like I said, the whole thing was maybe change of habits, maybe change a way of looking at things. I already went for groceries and it changed the way I shopped. So as I move on in the next few weeks, hopefully I'll get down to where I have a lifestyle change, where I get off the medication that I'm on. I maintain a better weight. Maybe I'll be more energetic. I'll sleep better, all that kind of stuff. My quality of life overall will change. So we'll see. Hopefully this was kind of informative, mildly entertaining, or anything of that nature. But if you did watch the video, again, please feel free to comment. I'd be interested to see what your thoughts are and answer any questions you might have. Anyway, thanks again for watching. We'll see you.